For more than 2,000 years, this remarkable plant has quietly grown on windowsills, in deserts, and in gardens around the world. Most people know aloe vera as a simple houseplant, something forgotten in a corner until a sunburn sends them searching for relief. But modern science continues to uncover why this humble succulent has earned the nickname the plant of immortality. Ancient healers believed it held the secret to eternal youth. Today, researchers in laboratories on nearly every continent are studying its chemistry, trying to understand exactly why it works the way it does. What if the answer to healthier skin, a calmer gut, and a stronger sense of daily wellness has been growing quietly in a clay pot the entire time? Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you will never look at this plant the same way again. Aloe vera, known scientifically as Aloe barbadensis Miller, is a succulent plant belonging to the Asphodelaceae family, a group of drought-resistant plants built to survive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. It is believed to have originated on the Arabian Peninsula, though today it grows wild across North Africa and thrives in tropical and subtropical regions all over the world, from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean to the dry plains of India. It is not technically a cactus, even though it is often mistaken for one. It is a true lily relative, closer in botanical lineage to onions and asparagus than to any desert cactus. Its thick, fleshy, blade-shaped leaves grow in a rosette pattern, radiating outward from a short central stem close to the ground. Each leaf is a reservoir, a living water tank designed to store moisture through months of drought. And it is precisely this survival strategy, this evolutionary trick for storing water and protecting itself, that gave rise to one of the most studied medicinal plants in human history. Let's take a closer look at what makes this plant so unusual, because understanding its structure is the key to understanding everything else we're about to explore. If you slice open an aloe vera leaf, you'll notice it isn't uniform at all. The outer layer is a thick, waxy, protective rind, tough enough to shield the plant from intense sun and moisture loss. Just beneath that rind lies a thin, yellow layer of sap, often called aloe latex, and this is something we'll come back to shortly, because it is chemically very different from what most people associate with aloe vera. And then, right at the center, is the part almost everyone recognizes, the clear, slippery, translucent gel. This inner gel is roughly 99% water, but tucked within that small remaining percentage is an extraordinary cocktail of vitamins, enzymes, minerals, sugars, and plant compounds that scientists have spent decades trying to fully catalogue. There are actually more than 500 recognized species within the aloe genus, but only a handful are commonly used for skin and wellness purposes, and Aloe barbadensis Miller is by far the most researched and most commercially cultivated. If you're growing aloe at home or buying it fresh, identifying the true species matters. Authentic aloe vera has broad, thick, blue-green leaves with small soft teeth along the edges, and when you break a leaf, the gel inside should be clear, not slimy or discolored. Some ornamental aloe varieties look similar, but are not intended for topical or internal use. So if you're harvesting your own plant, rather than buying a commercial product, it's worth confirming the species before using it directly on skin. Harvesting aloe vera safely is simpler than most people expect. Choose a mature outer leaf, one of the thicker ones near the base of the plant, since these tend to contain the most concentrated gel. Cut it as close to the stem as possible using a clean knife. Once removed, stand the leaf upright in a container for about 10 to 15 minutes. This allows the yellow latex sap to drain out completely, which matters because that sap can be irritating to skin and is not the same as the soothing gel people expect. After draining, rinse the leaf, slice off the thorny edges, and carefully fillet the two sides away from the clear gel in the center, much like filleting a fish. Fresh aloe gel can be scooped directly, blended into a smooth consistency, and used immediately, or stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator for about a week. For longer storage, many people freeze the gel in ice cube trays, giving themselves a ready supply of cooling, soothing aloe whenever they need it. Now, let's step into the science, because this is where aloe vera truly separates itself from the average houseplant. Researchers have identified more than 75 potentially active compounds within aloe gel, and while scientists are still working to understand exactly how all of these components interact, several stand out as particularly important. There are vitamins, including vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and several B vitamins, along with the rare vitamin B12, which is almost never found in plant sources. There are minerals such as calcium, magnesium, zinc, and potassium, elements your body relies on daily for everything from muscle function to immune defense. There are enzymes, tiny biological workers that assist in breaking down sugars and fats, and that some researchers believe may help reduce inflammation when applied to the skin. There are 20 different amino acids present in aloe gel, including 7 of the 8 amino acids the human body cannot produce on its own. But perhaps the most fascinating compound of all is something called acemannan. Acemannan is a complex polysaccharide, a long chain of sugar molecules, and it is considered one of the primary reasons aloe vera has such a strong reputation in wound healing and immune research. Laboratory studies suggest acemannan may help stimulate certain immune cells and support the skin's natural repair processes. It's also thought to contribute to aloe's remarkable moisture retention properties, forming a protective, breathable barrier over skin when applied topically. Alongside acemannan, aloe gel contains antioxidant compounds that help neutralize unstable molecules called free radicals, the same molecules linked to premature skin aging and cellular stress. This unique combination of hydrating sugars, active enzymes, vitamins, and antioxidants is exactly why scientists find this plant so compelling. It isn't one single miracle ingredient. It's an entire, interconnected system working together. Now we arrive at the heart of this documentary, the section where centuries of traditional wisdom meet the rigor of modern clinical research. Let's begin with the skin, because this is where aloe vera has built its reputation. When it comes to skin hydration, aloe gel behaves almost like a natural humectant, meaning it draws moisture into the skin and helps it stay there. Multiple studies have found that topical aloe application can improve skin's water content and elasticity, which is part of why it's such a common ingredient in moisturizers. For sunburn, aloe vera may be the single most iconic use of this plant. Its gel offers a genuine cooling sensation the moment it touches irritated skin, and research suggests it may help calm redness and support the skin's natural recovery process after sun exposure. Traditional medicine has used aloe for burns for centuries, and while modern clinical studies show promising, though sometimes mixed, results for minor first and second degree burns, it should never replace proper medical treatment for serious burns. For minor wounds and small cuts, some studies suggest aloe vera's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties may support faster surface healing, though researchers caution that results vary depending on the type and severity of the wound. When it comes to acne, aloe gel is often combined with other treatments rather than used alone, but its soothing, anti-inflammatory qualities may help calm redness and irritation associated with breakouts. For dry skin conditions, Aloe's deep hydrating properties make it a popular natural remedy, and for those dealing with eczema or psoriasis, some clinical research has explored aloe's potential to reduce itching, scaling, and inflammation. Though scientists are careful to note that aloe is a supportive option rather than a cure, and individuals with these conditions should always consult a dermatologist before relying on it. There's also growing interest in aloe vera's relationship with collagen. Some laboratory studies suggest certain compounds in aloe may stimulate fibroblast activity, the skin cells responsible for producing collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin firm and youthful. This is part of why aloe has become such a popular ingredient in anti-aging skincare formulations, alongside its antioxidant content, which may help protect skin cells from environmental stress over time. Moving to hair and scalp health, aloe vera has traditionally been used to soothe irritated scalps and reduce flakiness associated with dandruff. Its enzymes may help gently exfoliate the scalp, while its moisturizing properties can leave hair feeling softer and more manageable. Some people use aloe gel as a natural conditioning treatment, and while scientific research in this specific area is more limited than in skincare, the anecdotal and traditional evidence spans generations across cultures. Now let's talk about internal digestive use, because this is an area that absolutely requires careful, precise explanation. There is a critical difference between aloe gel and aloe latex, and confusing the two is one of the most common and potentially risky mistakes people make with this plant. Aloe gel, the clear inner substance we've been discussing, is generally considered safe for topical use and, in properly processed commercial forms, is sometimes consumed in small quantities as juice. Aloe latex, on the other hand, is the yellow sap found just beneath the outer rind, and it contains compounds called anthraquinones, which have a strong laxative effect. For generations, aloe latex was used traditionally as a remedy for constipation, but modern health authorities in many countries have restricted or banned over-the-counter aloe latex products due to safety concerns, including potential effects on the digestive lining with prolonged use. If you ever purchase aloe juice for internal use, it is essential to choose products specifically labeled as decolorized and latex-free, and to always follow the guidance of a healthcare provider, rather than relying on homemade preparations. Beyond the latex controversy, purified aloe gel itself is being studied for its potential role in general gut health. Some early research suggests aloe polysaccharides may interact positively with gut bacteria, and traditional use in various cultures includes aloe as a soothing tonic for digestive discomfort. Scientists are also investigating aloe vera's relationship with the immune system, given that acemannan has shown immune-modulating properties in laboratory settings. Similarly, researchers are exploring aloe's anti-inflammatory potential more broadly, not just for skin, but for its possible role in reducing inflammatory markers throughout the body, although this research is still considered preliminary in humans. Two areas generating particular scientific interest are blood sugar and cholesterol. Several clinical studies have examined whether aloe vera consumption might help support healthy blood sugar levels in people with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, with some trials showing modestly positive results. Similarly, a handful of studies have looked at aloe's potential effects on cholesterol levels. However, it's important to be direct here. This research is still developing. Sample sizes in many studies are small, and aloe vera should never be used as a replacement for prescribed diabetes or cholesterol medication. Anyone managing these conditions should treat aloe as, at most, a supplementary interest to discuss with their doctor, not a treatment plan. Aloe vera also has a long traditional history in oral health. Some studies suggest aloe-based mouth rinses may be comparable to standard antiseptic mouthwashes in reducing plaque and gum inflammation. likely due to its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory compounds. For mouth ulcers, aloe gel applied directly or used in a diluted rinse has traditionally been used to soothe discomfort, and some small studies support its potential to reduce healing time. In terms of liver support and general wellness, some animal studies have explored aloe's antioxidant effects on liver tissue, though human research in this specific area remains limited and inconclusive. Finally, in the world of fitness and recovery, some people use aloe vera juice as a hydrating, mineral-rich beverage, and its antioxidant compounds are of interest to researchers studying recovery from exercise-induced oxidative stress. Again, the evidence here is still emerging, but it fits within aloe's broader reputation as a plant associated with replenishment and restoration. Let's shift now to the world of cosmetics, an industry that has embraced aloe vera perhaps more enthusiastically than any other. Walk down any skincare aisle and you'll find aloe listed on moisturizers, serums, after-sun lotions, shaving gels, sheet masks, and shampoos. Why has the cosmetic industry adopted this plant so completely? Because aloe gel offers something rare: deep hydration without the heavy, greasy feeling of oil-based moisturizers. Its lightweight, water-based texture absorbs quickly, making it ideal for all skin types, including oily and acne-prone skin that might otherwise react poorly to richer creams. At home, a simple aloe face mask can be made by combining fresh gel with a touch of honey for added moisture, or with a few drops of lemon for those seeking a brightening effect, though citrus should always be patch tested first due to potential sun sensitivity. For a deeply hydrating overnight treatment, many people apply a thin layer of pure aloe gel as the final step in their skincare routine, allowing it to absorb while they sleep. Hair masks made from aloe gel combined with coconut oil are popular for taming frizz and adding shine, while a simple aloe and oatmeal paste has traditionally been used to calm irritated or itchy skin. After sun exposure, aloe remains one of the most trusted natural remedies for cooling overheated skin, and storing gel in the refrigerator enhances that cooling sensation even further. Men have long used aloe as a natural aftershave treatment, since its anti-inflammatory properties may help calm the small irritations and microcuts that come from shaving, without the sting of alcohol-based products. Around the delicate eye area, chilled aloe gel is sometimes used to reduce the appearance of puffiness, offering a refreshing, gentle treatment for tired mornings. Beyond skincare and beauty, aloe vera has found its way into everyday household life in surprisingly practical ways. A leaf kept in the refrigerator becomes an instant remedy for minor kitchen burns, its cooling gel providing immediate relief. Parents sometimes keep aloe gel on hand for soothing minor scrapes on active children, always making sure to use only the clear gel, never the yellow latex. Some households even use diluted aloe gel as a natural surface freshener for skin after a long day outdoors, appreciating its light, clean scent and non-greasy finish. When it comes to drinking aloe vera, health-conscious consumers have embraced aloe juices and smoothies as part of a broader wellness routine. Commercially prepared aloe juice, made from purified decolorized gel with the latex properly removed, can be blended with pineapple, cucumber, mint, or citrus for a refreshing, hydrating drink. When making aloe smoothies at home using fresh leaves, it is critical to thoroughly rinse away all traces of the yellow latex sap before blending, since even small amounts can cause stomach upset in sensitive individuals. A common mistake people make is assuming that more is better. Overconsumption of aloe juice, even properly prepared, can lead to digestive discomfort, so moderation is key. and it's wise to start with small amounts to see how your body responds. There's an art to building an aloe drink that actually tastes good, because on its own, purified aloe gel has a mild, slightly bitter, almost watery flavor that most people prefer to pair with something brighter. A classic combination blends aloe gel with fresh orange juice and a handful of ice, creating a refreshing morning drink rich in vitamin C. Another popular option pairs aloe with watermelon and a sprig of mint, ideal for hot summer afternoons when hydration matters most. For those looking for something a little more indulgent, a tropical aloe smoothie made with mango, coconut water, and a squeeze of lime brings a vacation-like quality to an otherwise simple glass of gel and fruit. Some wellness enthusiasts even add a spoonful of chia seeds to their aloe drinks, appreciating the way the seed's gel-like texture pairs naturally with aloe's own consistency. Whatever combination you choose, the preparation process matters just as much as the recipe itself. Always source your gel from a thoroughly rinsed, latex-free leaf, or from a trusted, purified commercial product, and blend it fresh rather than letting it sit exposed to air for long periods, since prolonged oxidation can reduce some of its beneficial compounds. This brings us to one of the most important parts of this entire documentary: safety. Aloe vera has an excellent reputation, but like any active biological substance, it deserves respect and informed use. The most important distinction, one we've touched on already but cannot overstate, is the difference between aloe gel and aloe latex. The gel is generally well tolerated topically by most people and, in purified commercial forms, can be consumed in small amounts. The latex is far more potent, has strong laxative properties, and carries more significant safety concerns with internal use. Certain groups should be especially cautious. Pregnant and breastfeeding individuals are generally advised to avoid oral aloe products entirely, as safety data during pregnancy is limited and some research suggests possible risks. Children should never be given aloe latex internally, and any oral aloe product intended for children should only be used under a pediatrician's guidance. People with kidney disease should be particularly careful with oral aloe consumption, since some compounds may place additional strain on kidney function, especially with regular or excessive use. Those with existing digestive disorders, such as irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease, should consult a doctor before trying aloe internally, as its effects on gut motility could potentially worsen certain symptoms. Aloe vera can also interact with certain medications. Because of its potential blood sugar lowering effects, individuals taking diabetes medication should monitor their levels closely and consult their doctor before adding aloe to their routine, to avoid blood sugar dropping too low. Similarly, because aloe latex has laxative properties, it should not be combined with other laxative medications or diuretics without medical guidance, as this combination could lead to dehydration or electrolyte imbalances. As with any plant-based product, allergic reactions are possible, even if uncommon. Before using aloe gel on your skin for the first time, it's wise to apply a small amount to your inner forearm and wait 24 hours to check for any redness, itching, or irritation. For safe topical use, always choose fresh gel or trusted commercial products. Avoid applying aloe to deep wounds or severe burns without medical supervision, and discontinue use if any irritation develops. For safe oral use, always choose products specifically labeled as purified and latex-free. Start with small quantities and never exceed recommended serving sizes. And above all, if you are managing a chronic health condition, are pregnant, are caring for a child, or are taking prescription medication, speak with a healthcare professional before incorporating aloe vera into your routine in any internal capacity. Now, let's turn our attention to something many pet owners don't realize: how this beloved plant relates to the animals we love. Aloe vera does appear in some veterinary topical products, formulated carefully under professional guidance to soothe minor skin irritations in animals, similar to how it's used in human skincare. However, the plant itself, particularly the leaves and especially the latex, can be toxic if ingested by dogs and cats. Aloe contains compounds called saponins, which can cause vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, and changes in urine color if a pet chews on or eats the plant. This is an important detail for anyone who keeps an aloe plant at home and also has curious pets wandering nearby. It's wise to place aloe plants somewhere pets cannot easily access, whether that's a high shelf, a separate room, or an outdoor space that's off limits to wandering paws. If you ever suspect your dog or cat has ingested part of an aloe plant, contact your veterinarian immediately rather than attempting any home remedy. Any use of aloe-based products on a pet's skin, even seemingly gentle ones, should only be done under direct veterinary supervision, since animal skin chemistry differs significantly from human skin. Now, for a journey back through time, because the story of aloe vera is as rich as its chemistry. Ancient Egyptian texts, dating back over 3,500 years, describe aloe vera as the plant of immortality, and it was often included among the burial offerings placed with pharaohs, believed to accompany them into the afterlife. Historical accounts suggest that both Cleopatra and Nefertiti incorporated aloe vera into their beauty rituals, using it as part of their skincare regimens long before modern cosmetic science existed. Alexander the Great is said to have conquered an island specifically to secure its aloe supply, intending to treat wounded soldiers during his military campaigns. Across ancient Greece, China, India, and the Arabian Peninsula, healers independently discovered and documented aloe's soothing properties, a remarkable case of different civilizations arriving at the same conclusion about this plant's value, entirely on their own. In more recent history, aloe vera has even made its way into modern space research. NASA has explored using aloe vera as part of studies into air-purifying plants suitable for closed environments, examining how certain plants might help filter air in space habitats or sealed living quarters. Today, aloe vera is cultivated commercially on a massive scale, with countries like the United States, Mexico, India, and China running enormous aloe farms to supply the global cosmetic, food, and health product industries. Some of these farms stretch across thousands of acres, with rows of thick, blue-green leaves extending as far as the eye can see, harvested by hand in a process that has changed remarkably little over the centuries, precisely because delicate, careful handling still produces the best quality gel. Beyond its use in products, aloe vera also offers environmental benefits. As a drought-resistant succulent, it requires minimal water compared to many other cultivated crops, making it a relatively sustainable plant to grow in arid regions where water conservation is essential. Its ability to thrive in poor, sandy soil where few other plants survive has also made it valuable in certain land management and erosion control efforts in dry climates. There's also something quietly poetic about the fact that this plant, so associated with softness and healing, is built like a fortress. Its thick outer rind, its water-storing structure, its slow and steady growth, all evolved not for our benefit, but purely for its own survival in punishing, sun-baked landscapes. And yet, almost by accident, those same survival mechanisms turned out to be extraordinarily useful to us. The very features that let aloe vera endure drought and scorching heat are the same features that make its gel so hydrating, so protective, and so soothing when applied to human skin. It's a reminder that some of nature's greatest gifts to us were never designed with us in mind at all. As we come to the end of this journey, it's worth pausing to appreciate just how extraordinary it is that a single plant, one you might walk past on a windowsill without a second glance, carries within it a story spanning ancient Egyptian tombs, the beauty rituals of legendary queens, modern dermatology clinics, and even research facilities studying life support systems for space travel. Aloe vera stands today as one of the most studied medicinal plants on Earth, a rare bridge between ancient traditional wisdom and rigorous modern science. It is not a miracle cure, and it never claims to be. What it is something arguably more remarkable, a plant that has earned its reputation the slow, honest way through thousands of years of human experience and, increasingly, through careful, scientific validation. The next time you see an aloe vera plant, whether it's sitting quietly on a windowsill or growing wild across a sun-baked hillside, take a moment to remember everything hidden within its thick, unassuming leaves. Remember that this plant has soothed sunburned skin in ancient Egypt and in your own backyard. Remember that scientists in laboratories around the world are still uncovering new details about its chemistry, still asking new questions about what else this plant might be capable of. Use it thoughtfully, use it safely, and let it remind you that sometimes the most powerful things in nature are also the most quietly patient, waiting on a windowsill, growing slowly, century after century, for us to finally understand what ancient civilizations somehow already knew.